Okay, so this goes to that comment I had from one of my comments on one of Fresh Fizz videos from someone named Pearl something. Not just Pearl, but when it comes down to, the kettle call, the black and all that, and what if men are so logical, then why are they going after these horse flies, whatnot, kind of women? And I really do believe that the whole feminist movement definitely has fucked shit up. Um, Men are logically soundbound. Um, their emotions are ruled by their logic and reasoning, where where females' logic and reasoning is ruled by their emotions, where our emotions is ruled by logic and reasoning. And definitely in this day and age, men have been told to shut up. Life already like throws us curveballs and keeps us in our lane. Um, but it doesn't do that the same with women. And women are allowed to act all crazy and act like they actually are intelligent and logical and sound in mind. And if you try to check them, then they pop off with that insecurity stuff. So I don't really think. I do believe that. At one time, I think men are just as delusional as women. Not as much. I think women are more, but we are delusional just as much. Thinking that the crazy chicks are the hottest, when honestly they're the fucking nightmare. Thinking that they're our type when they're so not. Um, so yeah. I should, man. I'm sorry, but especially nowadays, I don't believe that women mature faster than men. It might have been. Physically, I think they probably. Mature faster because they got to get ready because their time clock is not as high as ours. Men still have a time clock. We do. It's just not as short as your guys'. So your physical form has to mature faster so you guys can get into mother, body form. You can transform, into a, full-fledged woman so we can keep the, because men mature physically, um, when our balls drop, I think we can actually ejaculate before our balls drop. Um, but either or, that's all we have to wait for is our balls to drop so we can ejaculate. Um, Women, you guys need to mature the for milk glands. Make sure that you're aged at the right time because the hips need to be able to spread. I don't think younger than that's throughout history we have had younger. So I don't know. I just believe that like physical. You guys are. Yeah, your time clock is not the same as ours. That's for one. I'm not, a doctor or anything, so don't quote me on shit. Not acting like what I do know. I'm just like talking what I think I know. Um, but um, yeah, your Chinese time clock isn't as long as ours. So you guys got to get into that nesting mode sooner. But feminist movement just, as soon as we got away from, what was that one comedian? He made a joke about how like GPS has like screwed our minds up, which I do think with how safe the world has gotten, with how pussy men have gotten, women don't understand how you know easy they have it, easy mode they have it. From all the men that protect them, from all the men that do things for them, all the laws that we fought for them to have. Women didn't fight for it. You really think women got Congress to pass a bill to fucking let women vote? If men didn't fucking step in, like, really? I find that one hard to believe. Um, but I do feel that men. I know I'm not probably the greatest example of logic and intelligence, but I do believe that men are logically sound bound. We do have emotions. We do feel. We do get hurt. We do cry all night. But our and it's not just how we were raised. Um, well, men, like no men don't cry and all that shit. I think it's a little shit, but it's just also part of um, who we are, biology. That's just who we. I mean, that's how we're programmed. I mean, we just don't. We show emotion. We just don't show it like females do. But I don't know. I'm trying to think where to really go with this video. It came off a comment, which I didn't quite understand. The comment from what I did understand. I think they're asking like, if men are so logical, then why are they going after these delusional women? And it's like because, unfortunately, 90%, majority of these women are like delusional. And technically, I mean, there's a few there that aren't, but most of them. I mean, if you watch my other videos, most of them are very delusional and they're very easy to manipulate. I don't give a shit what age they are. I mean, they're really easy to manipulate. Um, they're really easy to talk into buying something. And it's really easy to like the shiny things. Some, have logic, can handle money, but most of them can't fucking handle money and understand how money works. Fucking save their lives. I know how my fucking words sound, but like that's just reality. I'm sorry, but there has to be some kind of truth to the stereotypic, view and profiling view on people, for it to have some kind of, merit. There has to be some kind of logical found facts behind it. But I definitely think like women have definitely been able to get mouthy fucking nowadays, talk stupid, even though and I think they know it. I think they know it deep down. I think they know when they're acting stupid, but they just don't have that. For some reason, they don't have that ability to fucking admit when they're wrong, take accountability, turn around but they just keep going straight like fuck you, even though in the back of their mind they're like fuck, I fucked up, what am I gonna do? They just spaz more out of control. They are like so. I mean, and I'm not saying they're like dumb. I mean, I do think they're intelligent because they gotta be intelligent to pull somebody into manipulating, heartless, fucking games. But I think they're more the evil genius mindset. I mean, the self-centered mindset. Which, I mean, if you look up through history and books and all that and personal experience, I mean, yeah, they are very selfish. And I think, if I remember correctly, how Myron said it from Pressure Fit, I mean, we don't blame you for it. I mean, you guys are weaker sex. You guys got to be selfish. You guys got to put yourself first. But it's this day and age that you don't need a man, and I mean that's kind of hurtful to men that want to be needed and want to be that rock for you. And then, I'm sorry, but I do believe, like, I mean, I'm lucky to have a woman that I can break down every now and then with, and she doesn't look at me differently. But she also knows what I'm going through and understands what I'm going through. So it's not just me, I just break down, I get it out, and then I'm back normal. I mean, you just need to get it out. But definitely, if you see your man fucking just breaking down all the time, not knowing what to do, not having no ambition, you're gonna get turned off. But I'm just rambling. I mean, I know a lot of my words probably sound misogyny. And people have a very different outlook on life. And people might think this and that, how I talk, but no. I definitely don't hate women. And I mean, if you understood my life, you couldn't really fault me for hating you fucking twats. But I've also been burnt and screwed over by fucking men. And I know men can be fucking a joke too. I mean, I know they could be just as evil. Um, so it's like I was to the point of fucking, well, I hate all genders. I mean, am I gonna treat all women like, my exes? Like, no. And I'm not saying I was perfect, but you guys fucking take the cake. I'm fucking kind of Rex, kind of Source Rex. But I don't know. I do stand by it that men, our emotions are wrapped up in logic and reasoning, where women's logic and reasoning is wrapped up in emotions. Um, so yeah, and I mean, I think that in one of the videos, I mean, yes, women have all these emotions are going to, sadness, anger, I can't name, happy. I can't name all of them, but they have all these emotions they're going through. So men have all these emotions they're going through. It's just we only have sad and angry to deal with them. And I do think like women, like it's like breaker boxes. Like your emotions go out of whack. Your breakers blow, and you just flip them back. You need somebody to talk to, somebody to just hear you out, so you can, And I do think that's part of being the woman's rock is helping her deal with her emotions. But nowadays, I mean, women just want to, make it difficult to be their rock and sit there and listen. And I mean, I know like we have our own problems. We just want to fix everything. And sometimes, honestly, there's no fixing. Sometimes she just needs you to be there and just let her yell and whatnot so she can get it out. You're supposed to be her not just her rock, but you're supposed to be the ship. All right, so like it's like the ship going through the sea, and there's a storm that gets that starts out of nowhere, and there's all these rocks and big boulders that you could probably smash into. So you need to help steer through the storm and not hit all these rocks and get her out of the storm. And listening to her is just, I think, one way to, I mean, if you actually take the logic of, Myron, and women don't understand, mid hardships, then, I mean, in that aspect, women's hardships aren't really that big. So, I mean, I think you could take a few, like, just let her vent and be a healthy fucking screaming at you instead of the fucking other one. But I do think men, you know, it will get tiring after you listen to her bitch and whine all the time. And you don't have to like try to fix her problems, but you can talk to her about them. I mean, and give your logical sound. And if she does by chance spaz out and yell at you, it's like I don't, hey, woman, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm trying to figure out what to do myself. So like, cause just because a guy tries to fix it, doesn't mean he's trying to fix it. He's trying to like understand what you want. And so like you need to have just instead of just crying and whatnot, just bitching, you need to have some like, as well as I mean, I think it's all about with communication. I mean, I think women can keep their emotions in check. I just think they've also they haven't had to in a while. Because I mean, like this whole boss bitch energy, fucking like, and women just spazzing out. You never really heard this back in the day. All right, and yes, some men were beating their wives, but that hasn't really changed. All right, I don't think it is as many as most people think. I mean, yeah, is there a lot? Sure, but it's not as much as people think. And those I think I understand are guys that don't have their emotions in check. Because just because you have a bad day at the office, you come home and she just wants to rant, and all you want is a beer, doesn't mean you need to sock her or smack her or throw her around. So I think those men need to be checked or whatnot. But I do believe in tough love. Like, I'm sorry, but fucking you come at me crazy, I'm gonna give you a good smack. I mean, I've never hit a woman, but I mean, I've had to grab them and fucking just knock their shit out, like stop acting like a child. Um, but I'm not, I mean, I don't think guys really. I mean, guys are not like we don't want to. Maybe some do. I mean, but like I know me personally, I'd fucking rock fucking your world if we got into the ring. Like, so there's no reason to fucking straight up. I mean, sock them. Um, Give them a smack, why not? If shit fucking pops off, just to let them know, fuck like, but chill the fuck out. Let's be adults, or fucking grab them by the fucking back of the neck or fucking shoulders, sure. Set them down and say, hey, chill the fuck out. I'm taking a minute to fucking walk and breathe. Because this discussion that we're having, that turned into an argument, that turned into a debate, that turned into a fight, it's about to turn into a fucking UFC fight. So we need to take a minute, step back. But women really, honestly, I mean, and honestly, society and the course don't really help women fucking keep them in check. All right? Like, you don't even have to hit a one. If you just grab her by the shoulders and sit her on the bed, she can call the police and say, hey, he hit me. I mean, oh, he raped me. I mean, and the cops will just take it and just run with it. Right? So I think, I mean, definitely life has, it definitely puts fucking men in its place more than us women, especially nowadays. Not back in the day. I mean, women, I think, were more in their place. Men kind of got a little bit out, but not, I mean, we didn't get it this crazy when we had all this freedom. I mean, women become boss bitches and I don't need no man. If I can do it, why do I need you for? I mean, and like mine says, like once you guys become like independent, you guys are independent from us. When we become, rich, we're looking for a woman that we can, yes, we are looking. Even guys that want to fuck other bitches, all right, they're looking for one woman that they can, settle down with. One woman that they can put their queen. All right, even kings fucking had, other other women. But see, here's the thing: women did, if I remember actually, women did have other men that they were messing around with, even the queens. But if they were found out, those guys were beheaded. Those guys were killed. And I think, I mean, if the queen became pregnant, I mean, the kid was hidden, and it was a bastard child. It wasn't, anything special. I think sometimes the queen was thrown out with the kid. Yeah, I mean, technically, it said, touching the queen was a form of treason. If you like flirted or touched the queen, then you could be marked as a traitor, and a traitor to the land, the crown. Yeah, this whole, I want I mean, my boy, I'm gonna be a little different, but my girls, they're gonna protect their flower. All right, they don't. I'm sorry, women don't need experience in life to be a catch, to be taking out all this to be picked. All right, women don't need experience. All right, men need experience and guidance. All right, to guide to the experience that they are getting, so they can learn how the females work, learn how the world works, learn how life works. Women do not need that shit. Okay, and for the women that do want to do that shit, guys look at you weird. All right, they do. All right, I'm sorry. Everything that Myra said about looking at someone's Instagram and all that shit, it's all fucking real. It's all truth. And guys are not going. I mean, guys can't be upfront and just say, "Hey, you know what? You're not my type." But was your type just a little while ago? Yeah. Well, those pictures, how you talk to that person, how you walk, how you act. It's hot. It's hot. I like seeing your shorts, but as we walk in the party, all these guys, like I'm here and I thought we were on a date, kind of like hanging out, and all these guys are smacking your ass as we're walking right in front of me, and you're just giggling, that's not for me. You have fun, like that's. I mean, if you have all these guy friends that you either mess around with or definitely want to, because I'm sorry, guy, like it is logic. I mean that. It is beneficial for women to have guy friends. It is not beneficial for a guy to have girlfriends. That's not your girlfriend. All right. There's no benefits. All right. I'm sorry, you guys don't provide anything like that. And if women listened, that we would provide a whole lot more to us guy friends. But we provide, a wallet, shoulder to cry on. Somebody to get the, ins and outs on, the man book, the man code book, how men work, and get some, advice. But men don't need advice from women, all right? But it also goes back to like men don't need to be checked by women. Women need to be kept in line by men, but women don't need to check men. And I don't think you can. I think you're talking out of sight your neck if you try to. But I mean, I personally have met some women that I can actually say that have taught me a few things. And I have a friend that helped me because she's very Christian and doesn't like cussing, so she's helped me, tone back my cussing a lot. So I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, there's not, those miracle women out there that can teach you some stuff and have good advice. I'm just saying, majority. That's I mean, with women. I mean, and men. Majority of men are good. Majority of women are harpies. I'm sorry. If you want to prove me wrong, prove me wrong. But good luck. But I don't know. I'm rambling. I just found out that I'm out of creamer, so I can't have any coffee. So I'm sitting in the kitchen doing this video, pacing back and forth. But I don't know. That's my good morning random ramble video for now, I guess. Morning, everybody. Later.